You're on the best of the morning X. It's the audio equivalent of opening the fridge and realizing you still have enough leftover pizza for a mediocre breakfast. Not what you hoped for, but better than nothing. 99X.
Good morning, X. Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy, live from the Ritz-Carlton Buckhead. Mr. Bill Paxton is here. Swallow that candy.
Bill, good.
Chewing a lifesaver here.
He can crunch if he wants to.
Did you bring enough for everyone?
These Ritz-Carlton candies.
As a matter of fact.
Try one of these, Big Daddy. You'll love
Wait
this.
a second.
The chocolate
nice.
candy stick.
Oh my gosh.
It'll give you. I'm on a nice rush combined with Diet Coke right now.
Suck on them. When do you do that?
I think you just chew them. Actually, I just read a thing that. What's the story when you were doing Titanic? There was somebody put angel dust in the clam chowder one day, and everybody had to be rushed to the hospital.
Is that true?
Is that true? Yes, that is absolutely.
What was the deal there?
I'm here to tell
what?
you it's true.
What was the story?
I saw the pink elephants, too.
Oh, did you?
Angel dust and the what?
Angel dust in the
what's-
chowder. It wasn't
what was
actually
the
an
story?
iceberg that sank the Titanic.
It was the
some
angel dust.
spiked chowder
Right.
that made the guy go off course, and then that's what happened. But nobody really knows that.
But what was the story there?
I don't know. In retrospect, I think it must have been, kind of like a ex-postal worker or something who went off, some disgruntled crew member. I think we were up in Nova Scotia for 3 weeks, and it was the last night of filming. We were shooting nights, and so we took our lunch break at around 1 o'clock at night, and the food was so bad on the catering truck that I was having my meals kind of brought in, kind of a Meals on Wheels kind of a deal.
The star treatment. Go ahead and say it.
More kind of a geriatric treatment.
Oh, okay.
And so I had a nice meal laid out in my my palatial trailer. Actually, it was really low rent up there, but I'm not casting any aspersions.
Yeah.
But what happened was I was talking to Jim Cameron, who's an old friend of mine, and we were having a kind of a cool conversation. I knew I was going to be taking off the next day. So I said, "Where are you eating, Jim? You eating in your office?" He said, "No, I think I'll eat off the truck tonight." And they had kind of laid a big feed on us of all kinds of shellfish and things. So we ladled up this chowder, and we had a couple bowls. And Jim went up to his office to do some work before we started filming after lunch. And I went back to my trailer to watch this documentary on Titanic for 1,000 times I'd seen. And all of a sudden, there's ambulances pulling up, and people are knocking on my trailer. "Hello, are you feeling okay?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I think so. You didn't eat the chowder, did you?" And all of a sudden, there were 75 of us were taken to a hospital that just happened to be a couple blocks from where we were filming. And so 2 o'clock in the morning, you've got 75 people on angel dust coming into it. And I think kind of this mass hysteria set in where everybody started line dancing. Some people were laughing hysterically. Other people were in a corner shivering
So did you
and
trip?
crying.
I mean, were you tripping?
Yeah, I didn't really get off like I was hoping to, but they were taking each person in, and I thought they were gonna, I figured, well, when they figure out what, the other 60 people have, they can come tell me. And I thought, I can't stay. It was just too insane. So
They should have rolled some cameras. Get some quality.
What?
Yeah.
That would have been some good B-roll, huh?
The ship's going down and people are getting loopy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you clearly did drugs when you were younger.
Clearly?
I mean, we've all heard.
Clearly.
Well, wait,
How clear is that?
Well, we've
Forehead.
heard fish
nice.
heads.
I never inhaled.
Well,
no,
we've heard
say.
fish heads. So come on, nobody writes fish heads stone sober.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum.
That's true.
It was funny when you were here the last time.
I'll give it
for
up. Fish
Traveler.
does kind of prove it.
You had done Titanic already, and they were still filming the boat scenes and the ship scenes and stuff, and you were just kind of, yeah, this little movie on Titanic, it'll do all right. It was so funny to look back at that now and go, man, this guy was in the biggest movie ever.
I guess it doesn't really register with me because I was great to be a part of it, but my contribution was such that I've never really kind of, hey, I was in Titanic.
Right.
I don't really do that.
I mean, it was different in the sense that the beginning and the end was so different than the middle of the movie.
It was a cool way to bring a contemporary audience back to that story.
In your wildest imagination, though, did you think it would ever be that huge? People going
Huge?
to see it 4 or 5 times.
It was a remake of a remake. I mean, it's been done so many times before.
I thought it would be big. I thought when you put Jim Cameron, who's one of the great directors working today, with this classic story, and I've known Jim forever, and he had told me about how he was going to put this thing together. I mean, you've never seen a production like this. He built a studio down in Mexico with tanks that they could sink sets, and he built this 800-foot replica of the ship. I mean, you've never seen anything quite like it.
Well, the most viewed movie of all time is Titanic, and I think the most viewed TV show now of all time is The Making of Titanic.
Oh, absolutely.
Making of
It's like
Titanic.
Every half hour on HBO.
Is it really? Yeah.
Oh, forget about it. Now, Twister was on TV last night.
So I knew that.
Did you catch any of it?
Well, the only thing I caught was reading the television Times coming out of Los Angeles on the plane yesterday, and it said that Twister was on, and big 1996 special effects film, probably best viewed with the sound turned off.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. They always got to give you one in the ribs when you're not looking. Oh, ouch, that hurt. Hey.
We're talking with Bill Paxton.
I got a kick out of that.
Yeah.
How did you get found in your whole acting? The whole what kicked it for you? What was the one thing where they found you?
They don't really find you in Hollywood. You've got to find them.
You're coming.
You got to find them.
It?
I've had a lot of movies that have kind of moved me to the next stop, the next level on the garbage heap. I guess the first role that I had was a minor supporting role in a movie called The Lords of Discipline, which led me to an A-list agent.
Right.
And then
you were a bad guy in that, weren't you? You were like the hard ass kind of.
I was kind of the lieutenant of the real hard ass guy in there. I loved to kind of, break knobs and haze.
Well, you've got that real
like
Aryan look about
Do
you.
I?
That kind of with the short. I can see
wait
with
a
the
second.
short haircut.
Hey, wait a second.
I mean that in a good way.
I don't see that at all. But,
Really?
I can play those kind of characters. I think
Yeah.
I might have a little more of an Anglo kind of Protestant look about me. I don't think no, there's no, in my gene pool, I don't think Aryan is a word that comes
Well, you
into
have to
it.
understand that to a Jewish guy, everybody waspy is Aryan. So I come from a
Okay,
bad.
all right.
You're definitely one of the most consistent
Yeah.
workers in Hollywood, though. I mean, they find something for you. I mean, every studio, there's always a Bill Paxton movie right down the line. You've been, lucky and blessed because people die for those roles.
I read something very comforting yesterday in the paper. I read the paper on the plane, and it said that every 13 seconds for the next 15 years, someone will be turning 49. In other words, the boomers have all come of age.
Wow.
And I'm glad of that in light of this whole kind of youth thing that's been happening where they don't want to put anybody over 30 on the cover of a magazine. I mean, it's kind of it's a cycle that happens. Every few years they want everybody who's 21. Well, that scares people like me because I'm not 21 anymore. So, it's comforting to know that that my demographic group will be strong in terms of representation.
More of this interview you don't want to miss is back in minutes on the best of the morning X 99X.